good to see you. Don't forget, we have a 2700 Hurricane Road. That's where we're in time.
Now, as we're speaking.
My girlfriend's got a car now. My bike is getting
Well, there's a right stop right there. And he's surprised.
Thank you. I know a lot of things.
There is a guy that tries to teach people as a Whangarei, and he does little workshop groups.
Oh, right.
And he also is doing workshop groups.
I mean, what?
But it's a one-on.
Not only causing cancers out there, there's multiple dangers for our children. We are 60 times more exposed to EM radiation because of what's called a SAR rate. Now when they put the SAR rate up and measure every person in heads, there was a 220-pound man with a fat head. And that's not an accurate measure for our children, the ones that are inside of us, where they lack testing. So the most at risk is pregnant mothers, unborn children, elderly, the sick, and those with neurological problems already, like autism. They greatly impact those people. Now the EMF radiation that they are rolling out on top of us, they can't measure accurately. So all the measurements that we're seeing a lot of us on YouTube, on the news, and globally on YouTube videos is showing us clearly that the VM measure, because it's normally 8 volts per meter, it's well over it. So when you go over 8 volts per meter, you're actually harming your body. And most of the readings that are globally showing are over that 8 volts per meter mark. Not only that, they're rolling it out in small areas that are so close that we're fully exposed to gridlock areas where there is no escape and radiation. Whether you buy into it or not, you are fully exposed. Now the testing that's been done has been for 6 minutes a day, the cell towers. Not for 24 hours a day or not for 12 hours a day. And the harm showing from that is already showing in UK dates here with mothers miscarrying, bleeding from the nose and eyes of children, headaches, nausea, rashes, and those rashes are looking like some of the diseases that they're claiming are globally taking over now. They're popping up all over the place, but so has 5G. And in those 5G rollout areas, we're seeing diseases that are popping out before that we haven't seen in years. Now I've got a lot of information that I'd like to read from, and the reasons why I'm calling it a military weapon is because the military designed it. They designed a fixed and mobile system of EMF radiation, and they use it in warfare, and it's unseen warfare, and to be read on telecommunications and all our parliament and all police that are partners in this as well, or GCSB, who allowed it into our country to have that much control over us. And technology that can be used against us could be. Doesn't matter whether it is or not, the fact that it could be makes it a hazard against all of us. The fact that there are multiple harms, which includes cancer and the mild symptoms that I mentioned earlier, is a reason to stop it, to check it. If there is no safe test, if there is no risk assessment, why the hell is it here? Plain and simple. Why are our schools, our kindergartens, our hospitals, and the places that we walk on a daily basis, EMF radiated on a daily basis, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, untested, experimental. The only place that you can find testing on humans is in CIA, DIA reports, and all the secret agent reports when they used it against their own population without their permission. Now that's against the Nuremberg Code. That's against human rights. It's against the Waitangi. All Whangarei New Zealand should be pissed off that they didn't consult us. All New Zealanders should be insulted that they have no say on what is outside of our communities. Now, some of the dangers of this technology is that it's got phase arrays. Now, one way of explaining it is we can understand pictures. They're spherical beams of EMF radiation. Now, when they're at the frequencies that we're expecting, the current frequency in New Zealand is up to 300 gigahertz. Now, some of the things that supports is RFID chips inside of you. So they're already being put inside of people in UK, US, they're thinking about putting it in Australia, they have done it in the Philippines. Do we want an RFID chip barcode inside of each one of us? Or inside of babies? Because in some countries, there's babies getting immunisations and RFID chips inside of them. Now, do we want them to know our whereabouts 24 hours a day? They're able to invade your privacy. There's other things that I found out about this technology that isn't very nice to know, and that similar frequencies have already been used in the Afghanistan war on what's called ADS system, which is active denial system, and DOD system, which is nicknamed DOTS. And that's pointing these phased array beams at you for a pulsation of 2 seconds. Now that makes them run. That gives them a sensation that the skin is burning. And that's after 2 seconds. What we're getting is 24 hours a day, untested of that same frequency here in our community, or on our peaceful streets, unknown to us that they have these technologies within them. Now that's dangerous. If my papers are in order, which probably they are not, because I've been everywhere, this is an active denial system. And this is what is disguised in the cell towers that we have rolled out on our streets. So where you see that beam focusing in on top of that tank, these shields here do exactly the same job. Okay? So that's one of the dangers. What they don't tell you is that it's going over Earth and space. This is what is going to be looking like on our planet if we continue to allow these EMF towers to go up. What they don't tell you is other people use this technology inside of this IoT, Internet of Things. One of them is NASA, has the satellites. And they're able to point their beams to the nodes which sit on top of the cell LED lights. So not many people know that. Inside of our LED lights we have military conductors and military antennae at UHF, ultra high frequency, that cause neurological harm, biological harm. One of the dangers about this science industry that we rely on for all the good evidence to tell us that this technology is safe is removing non-thermal effects and only worrying about thermal effects, which is the burning effects. Now I'm going to talk a little bit on that. We have new evidence that shows that EMF is both a particle and a wave. Now a wave acts like the active denial system. It goes 164 deep into your skin to give you that burning sensation. But a particle does not. It goes all the way in. And this is why you get cancers inside your body, because some of it is particles and some of it is a wave. But EMF is a particle and a wave. And this is why there's multiple different scenarios going on with different people and how it affects or impacts their body. Now, they knew this at 2G and 3G. We have never seen, well I haven't seen a 4G or 5G test that shows me that it's safe. FCC has admitted there is no such test. The last two biggest studies, which was the Rasmussen study by the Institute in overseas, and the NTP study, which was the National Toxicology Program, both proved that there was multiple cancers and multiple harm. Now how it affects our birds and bees is they rely on the electromagnetic field that already exists on the earth. They can't land properly. They have a smaller body just like our children, and that's why they're impacted directly. They need the Earth's magnetic field to be able to land and find their way home. And they're dropping out locally from the sky in thousands and millions. What are we doing to our planet? Like, I honestly hate speaking about things like this, but I'm so scared every day for the children now. I used to be scared that they would fall over. Now I'm worried about what this radiation is doing to my children. And the fact that doctors cannot measure how our kids or ourselves are impacted tells me we shouldn't have it here. How do we know we're impacted if there is no test to judge that we are? They're going to run it off as some other disease. The interesting thing I found out on NIH, National Institute of Health, was that cancer was a word for 200 different diseases. And when you throw RF and EMF and nearly every common disease that you can think of into Google or DuckDuckGo or wherever you want to go to look up your information, it will show you the multiple harms. Now, rare cancers are being seen now that never were before. Multiple cancers and cancer clusters. Now, for some of those families with 100 people in the district, can you afford to lose 16 to cancer? Because I know of an area that lost 16 people to a cancer cluster of one 5G tower. There's also Ripon Elementary that lost 4 children, 4 elementary children. Over here there's primary. They all suffered cancer at the same school. And after testing, they weren't able to find that it was in the soil. They presumed it was in the water, but the water samples didn't make up for the other samples of the other 2 children that came later. Nothing else water. But the fact is, in UK, where it was rolled out first, their cancer rates went up straight away in 2017 to the highest in their country. And all 3 rolled out areas of just the red light. Now the red light is such a problem because it's so close. And it's carrying that same signal that is damaging all of our children. Wi-Fi is damaging our children. They hadn't been telling us enough. Our devices are damaging our children. And our devices like our phone are also military technology. They're bits and parts of military technology. This is still military technology, but on a scale that we don't want in the hands of anybody that can use it against us without our knowledge. I've got a form here that will show you exactly what frequency is being used and what it accommodates to. So we're on 300 gigahertz right now. That's the max that they can go up to. But just remember that the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, that is in America, sets the world standards. So we have no say in it. If they decide to go up, they're not going to tell us, they're not going to ask our permission. they have changed that standard in America to 3,000 terahertz, which rips apart DNA. And anyone's allowed to bid that. Absolutely anyone, even us. Now what's to stop them from using that frequency here? If they're not stopping now when we say we don't want it, if they're not stopping now when we say we didn't consent, if we weren't even consulted, and it does this much damage both to our planet, our children, and our most at risk. So this is something we all need to gracefully take home and send the message, we will not stand for that. That's not good enough. We say no. See, if you say nothing, you automatically consent. Because he who does not exercise his rights has none by law. So if you want to send a clear message no, we have to say no, we have to mean no, we have to keep saying no. Yes, no, test things. It's just like 1080. It has no right to be here. As far as I'm concerned, and this is a personal opinion only, it's a genocide application order. But that's not the whole crowd saying. But I've read enough to find out that it is going to cause us a major issue. So I'm just going to show you something. That's proof that they have taken it up to 3,000 terahertz and that they set the world standard. And that at any time our government can change it on us, and we know they can, without us having anything to say about it. That's a real fear. Here's the information here for those of us that love our pollinators and our seed carriers, because without them, we will not generate enough food. Manuka honey is killing the many viruses of the world, the superbugs of the world. It is the world's best honey, and the world's best profit as far as I'm concerned, because it's the only one killing the viruses that they themselves have brought out. Another thing that we need to have a good look at, and even though it's a lot of reading, there's 8 main points that get taken out of ICNIRP, which is the people who look at the information that tells us that this is safe or not. So this is the information that they're throwing out. And it's the non-thermal effects, not the thermal effects. And I'm going to read out some of the effects that has been seen in non-thermal effects. It's the studies that ICNIRP, Skinner, and the World Health Organization, and IEEE, which is the military people that have invested in this, are also on the board that set the standards. So there's a conflict there. Not only is there a conflict there, so is their testing according to some of the scientific world who are complaining about that, being a core industry. Now, some of these effects include attack our nervous systems, including our brains, leading to widespread neurological, which is up here, up in your brain. So neurological or neuropsychiatric effects, and possibly many other effects. This nervous system attack is of great concern. Attacks our endocrine, that is our hormonal systems. In this context, the main things that make us functionally different from single-celled creatures are our nervous system and our endocrine system. Even a simple planaria word needs both of these. Thus, the consequences of the disruption of these two regulatory systems is immense, such that it is a travesty to ignore these findings. Produce oxidative stress and free radical damage, which have central roles in essential or chronic diseases. That eventually causes cancer. Attacks our DNA of our cells, producing single-strand and double-strand breaks, and cellular mutations in germline cells, which produce mutations in future generations. So we've already messed up our DNA, and we're already going to mess up our kids' DNA. And why are they throwing those certain things out? I'll just read the other 4 so you've got a fair idea of the things that they do throw out. Produce elevated levels of apoptosis, programmed cell death. important because it causes neurodegenerative diseases and infertility. So we're losing children already and we haven't even started. Lowers male and female fertility, lower sex hormones, lower libido, and increased levels of spontaneous abortion. And as already stated, it takes the DNA and sperm cells. So those are some of the effects that they're not telling us, and the in-depth file is 90 pages long of all the things that they've been throwing out. So that's simply some of the things that I think about now. And others might have some questions or have something else to say themselves. So kia ora, that's it for me. I'm Dot, and I'm actually living in Whangarei. I've been here for 16 years. And 2 kids are born here, but I have 7 children to worry about. I have many moko, I have many Whangarei children, and I'm looking around at my neighbours, and I'm concerned for them as well. If this dangerous both in our LED lights and in our cell towers, we need to make them go. Yesterday wasn't soon enough. So aroha mai.
I'm not against technology, but I'm against technology that causes harm towards human life and any other living thing on the planet. With the new cellular wireless technology for digital cellular network called the 5th generation 5G will be rolled out. When 5G was being tested in Netherlands, hundreds, not if thousands of birds fell from the sky. If that is true, what is that telling us? That means the technology is not safe, and it should not go ahead unless the technology could be made safe. Otherwise, it should not go ahead. A crowd-control technology called the Active Denial System, ADS, developed by the United States military. Therefore, the ADS is a military technology that's going to be added to the cell tower. If the government wants to control people and disrupt the protesters they don't like by firing a beam from the ADS, and the target will be feeling like his or her skin is burning. That's the technology they will be using for crowd control. Therefore, I do not consent to any technology that is used to control or cause harm towards human life, 5G or not. You shouldn't consent either.